Big news out of Zillow. We've been tracking Zillow relentlessly since the show started. They dropped a bomb last week, and they are now giving unvetted Zillow leads over to Premier agents. Obviously, with PA4 about 6 or 7 months ago, they stopped doing that. They were vetting out leads, but now via email, so email leads, they are handing back over to the Premier agent. What's your thoughts on that change of course from Zillow?
Well, we sort of been, you and I sort of were, I feel like we've talked about this before.
Lot.
Yeah. I think it's fabulous.
That they're giving the leads over?
Well, I mean, for us, for my personal, I like just having people's emails.
For your dopamine hit?
You know?
What was that line?
Oh, it was a good one.
We'll link it. We have there's two Inman articles that are pretty good. We're going to link them both up. If you're watching in a YouTube world, that's where the articles are linked. I don't think they're linked anywhere else, technically, right? Do we link them on Facebook? Oh, they're linked on Facebook, but definitely on a YouTube world. So, little quick call to action, guys. If you're listening, watching on Facebook, wherever you are, go subscribe onto YouTube. If you've just been watching on YouTube all along, not hitting subscribe, do that now. Just do it now.
Push there. But it's saying for agents and teams with great follow-up, it will be valuable, he said. For those that aren't great at follow-up, it may satisfy their dopamine-starved minds in getting more leads, but nothing else.
What they're saying is having these extra leads, if you're not following up on them, if you're following into the trap of National Association of Realtors reporting that 55% of agents don't follow up with a lead even once, let Zillow follow up on them. Originally, and I don't know, it doesn't reference it in these articles. Originally, Greg Schwartz that day in Boston said that if they make that switch, which now they have, you would have the option. Zillow, you can vet, or I'll take the unvetted. Yeah. And you could do it either way. I don't know if that's the case.
Well, and we were sort of talking about on that very first time that we started talking about Zillow and their new platform that, like we would sort of miss having just any sort of, well,
if you're good at follow-up, if you're good at drips, then you have the opportunity for them to circle back to you. If they're in the Zillow world and you stop becoming a Premier agent and say they're 24 months out and in 12 months you stop, you're going to lose them because Zillow's the one following up. They're going to realize you're gone, and they're going to send that out to some other Premier agent.
Yeah, I like having emails. It's sort of like doing an open house, right? Not everybody's necessarily buying at that open house. The amount of people that I've met at open houses and then bought like years later.
Or sold, or were just thinking.
Yeah, it's been, or like they bought a house and now they're like, oh, I remember meeting you at an open house a few years ago when I bought my house. But like they're not using that same agent, but like I'm just like a reoccurring theme.
And there's mixed results here. Melanie Cooker, the co-founder, chief executive, and managing broker of
She's pissed or something.
Property Sprocket.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, she said, this blows my mind. So she's saying she's had more success with PA4 than we ever have with any Zillow program. The conversation rate for us is running about 30% now versus 2% before, with a fraction of the wasted time and aggravation. I'll take quality over quantity any day. She was really liking PA4, how it was working for her, that she was being connected with vetted leads.
I guess for her personal self it was probably good, but like if you have a team and you have some agents that are just like, give them those have them work on something, have them learn follow-up, them like put something in effect.
What I've noticed, like agents like Melanie, who's sounds like she's a really good agent, I don't know anything about her.
Well, Inman's quoting her.
And so if you're a really strong agent, the nice thing about what PA4, when they were vetting leads and then only giving them to the agents with a high customer satisfaction score, the nice thing if you're a top 5% follow-up agent, like if you're following up better than anybody else, is you're going to get more leads than anybody else. If you're not missing calls, you are going to get them all. So, maybe Melanie has a system in her back office where they're not missing shit. And so she's like, I don't want this to go away, because now the loser agents out there, the agents on the bottom half, the ones that aren't as great at follow-up, are going to get some of these leads. They're not going to trickle over to me, and then they have more of a chance of getting lucky. That's what I
will say, when they were connecting, when I do get connected, the people are super anxious to like see the property. Like it is a lot. I will say it's
when
a lot.
They vetted it out.
It's a lot less work, 100%. Yeah.
So, new changes. Love your thoughts. This will definitely not be the last time.
Well, we haven't even hit 2019. I feel like they have all this unveiling of 2019. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, we didn't even get into the meat of it. I'm on multiple conversations, I feel like, via text or DMs about Zillow and people tracking the changes, how many more you're getting. I've got people from different states that have been hitting me up on DM since our last video asking.
I still don't have a DM
how many,
at all yet from Instagram.
DM Nicole if you can find her. She's out there.
If you find me.
Well, obviously they haven't found you yet. We always link up Nicole's Instagram on
it's
YouTube.
Okay. It's
right?
okay.
Go find her on the YouTube
I'll just
description.
sit here and smile next to Byron.